Welcome to another session of Children's Liturgy. Let's listen to the Gospel reading for the 6th Sunday in Ordinary Time.
A large crowd of people had gathered to listen to Jesus, who sat down and began to speak. Happy are the poor, for their riches are stored in heaven. Happy are the hungry, because God will take care of their needs. All who weep and are sad will know only joy and laughter. Be happy when people are cruel or unkind, because you follow me, for your reward will be great in heaven.
Today's Gospel seems confusing. An empty wallet and empty stomach would make us happy. Crying brings joy. That doesn't sound right. I don't know about you, but I usually feel grouchy if I am hungry. So what is Jesus trying to tell us in this Gospel? He is telling us about how to have true happiness. True happiness is happiness that will last forever. Let's look at some of the examples to understand how we can have true happiness. Jesus tells us, all who weep and are sad will know only joy and laughter. Perhaps we can understand this by thinking about the first day of P1. Were there some kids who looked scared? Were you sad that you had to say goodbye to your kindergarten friends? Were you afraid that you might not have a nice teacher or might not make new friends? Did you feel nervous about buying food from the canteen for the first time? Do you still feel afraid or nervous? Probably not. You faced your fears, and now you probably look forward to having recess with friends or a lesson with a favorite teacher. Negative emotions do not last forever. True happiness means accepting that we may feel sad or scared sometimes, and continue to work through the negative emotions patiently. Is this all we have to do? Let's see if the other examples give us more clues. Jesus tells us, happy are the poor, for their riches are stored in heaven. Perhaps we can understand this by thinking about people with money. People with money have many things. With money, we can buy toys, the latest phone, and fancy staycations. These things might make us happy for a while, but they do not give lasting happiness. You probably had toys that you loved when you were a baby or a toddler, but do you still play with them? Probably not. You've outgrown them, and they are no longer interesting. The latest phones eventually become old phones. A holiday eventually comes to an end. You would be more likely to find lasting happiness in your relationships with your family or friends. After all, toys, phones, and holidays are usually fun because we do them with other people. So perhaps our friends and family are the key to true happiness. Let's see if this is true with another example. Jesus tells us, be happy when people are cruel or unkind because you follow me, for your reward will be great in heaven. Perhaps we can understand this by thinking about people who are liked by everyone. However, are all of these friends actually nice friends? Once when I was in school, there was a girl named Roberta who looked funny. One of her eyelids drooped, so it seemed like she had one sleepy eye and one awake eye. Other children made fun of her, especially when the teachers weren't around. I felt bad for Roberta, but I didn't do or say anything. I was actually friendlier to the kids who laughed at Roberta. However, being friends with the unkind kids did not bring me happiness. I was only nice to them because I was afraid they would laugh at me. What if I had been kind to Roberta? Maybe I would have had a friend who is more likely to bring true happiness. It seems that doing the right thing is more important for true happiness than having many friends. Let's see if this is true with another example. Jesus tells us, "Happy are the hungry, because God will take care of their needs." Imagine it is recess. Your classmate Sam asks if he could borrow some money. He missed breakfast and lost his pocket money. He's so hungry. You are also somewhat hungry because you only had a bun for breakfast. You have $2. If you give Sam all of your money, he would feel better, but you would be really hungry by lunchtime. If you give Sam half of your money, he would still be somewhat hungry, but you would be okay. What would be the right thing to do? Sam is in greater need. If you gave him your $2, he wouldn't be hungry. You would still be somewhat hungry, but you could probably last until lunch. It would also feel good to be generous and help another person. It seems that enduring some suffering because you did the right thing can bring happiness. How do we know what is the right thing to do? Listening to the gospel and thinking about it deeply can let us know. But sometimes it isn't easy to do the right thing. We may listen to our fears or not be willing to endure some suffering. Staying close to Jesus can give us strength. So, what's the key to true happiness? Having a close relationship with Jesus. How do we have a close relationship with Jesus? Pray to him regularly and share with him your troubles, just as you would to a friend. Spend some quiet time listening as part of your prayer. Spend time with people who are also close to Jesus. This includes Mary and the saints, as well as people around us who often do the right things.